Okay, let's start with a question that's probably keeping a lot of university presidents up at night. Can a traditional university survive the 21st century without losing its soul? Because that's exactly what Joan Gabel and the University of Pittsburgh are trying to figure out right now. I mean, imagine being in charge of a 230-year-old institution when everything about education is changing faster than TikTok trends. Enrollment drops, financial pressures, AI disrupting learning models, and somehow you're supposed to balance innovation with tradition. Let's unpack why Pitt's situation is a fascinating case study for the entire future of higher ed. Now, the obvious stuff first. Pitt's leadership is dealing with the same headwinds as most big universities. Declining enrollment. Check. Budget squeezes. Check. But what makes this really interesting is how they're responding. Chancellor Gabel isn't just cutting programs or raising tuition, she's trying to reposition Pitt as a bridge between old-school academia and new-world practicality. I mean, how many Ivy League schools are actively partnering with tech companies to redesign curricula? That's not just survival, it's evolution. But here's the catch: when you pivot toward industry partnerships, does that make you a corporate training ground or a visionary institution? One detail I find fascinating is their approach to enrollment challenges. Yes, the pandemic hit hard, but let's be real, colleges were struggling before 2020. Demographics, rising costs, and shifting perceptions about degree value were already creating cracks. Pitt's strategy isn't just about throwing money at marketing, they're rethinking what makes a university valuable. Their push into healthcare research through UPMC isn't just about funding, it's creating a pipeline where education directly feeds into regional economic needs. Is this genius or a slippery slope toward commodifying education? Honestly, I'm still debating it. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just a Pittsburgh story, it's a microcosm of higher education's identity crisis. Do universities exist primarily to cultivate intellectual curiosity or to prepare students for jobs? Gabel's tenure shows they might need to do both. The campus expansion projects aren't just about nice facilities, they're about creating physical spaces that force collaboration between disciplines. Engineering students working next to medical researchers. Business majors embedded in tech incubators. That's not just campus planning, it's attempting to recreate the Silicon Valley ecosystem in Steel Country. But here's the deeper question this raises: when universities become too focused on practical outcomes, do they lose what made them special in the first place? I remember reading about Pitt's efforts to preserve humanities programs while pushing STEM initiatives. It's like trying to play both sides of a philosophical poker game. From my perspective, their biggest challenge isn't financial, it's maintaining academic integrity while becoming relevant in a way that corporations and students both recognize. Can you blame them for trying? Absolutely not. But the tightrope walk is fascinating. Let me leave you with this thought: 20 years from now, will we look back at places like Pitt as the pioneers who saved higher education, or as the ones who started its commodification? I don't have the answer, but I guarantee you Chancellor Gabel is asking herself this every time she signs a new partnership agreement. What's your take? Are universities like Pitt innovating out of necessity, or are we witnessing the beginning of academia's corporate takeover? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This conversation matters more than we realize.